So today's video is about my progress. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna tell you, I made it to 100 barb solo in greater riffs. So I did change a few things on my build, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you in this video is my build. Now, it looks exactly the same as the last video, but I did re-roll some of the stats on some of my gear. Not the best re-rolls on some of them. I did notice that some of my gear, unfortunately, when I was a little bit less educated, I re-rolled like a secondary instead of re-rolling a primary to make my armor much better, like on this chest piece right here. And then some of them I re-rolled for sockets instead of getting rid of, something else. And like these pants where I can just remake a bunch of them, I opted to not do that. But right now, even though this perfect build for me has gotten me up to over 100, so I am going to come over to the cube very quickly. I'm going to show you what I have equipped in my cube, which I have also changed to the Lamentation belt from last time. So the Lamentation build goes directly with my Crimson set. So last time I showed you, I had a different piece of armor. It was a chest piece on, and that did not go with my set. So I was struggling very hard to even hit 100, and I wasn't understanding why. And you really need to look into the set of gear that you have and what you have in the cube to go together with that. Also, too, one of my clanmates had pointed out that for my Paragon points, which I will bring up really quickly for you, I had some on movement speed, but I also have, I believe it's on my boots, I have some movement speed. So you don't, what is it, 10%? You max out at 25%. So I didn't need all of those Paragon points on my movement speed. I just needed a little bit, and then I put more into my strength. As a barb with my whirlwind, I need strength very much. So as soon as I made these very easy and quick changes, and I also changed out my gem to the Bane of the Stricken, but I did that a little bit back to help me actually defeat the Greater Rift boss. All of these have gotten me over and beyond 100, and it only took me a few days and a couple of suggestions for people to, help me, guide me a little bit, and now I'm over 100 solo Greater Rift for a barb. I had done all of the research. I looked at all of the leaderboards. I just wasn't looking into the details of it. When you start, you just want to get like whatever the best armor is and put it on and just start putting up your Paragon points, start leveling up and everything. But when you get to closing in on 100 and you get to going over 100 and you get to wanting to really push yourself, you have to see what is a cohesive set of skills and things in your cube and what the best build is for you. Now I know that I'm going to have to change out my build pretty soon. So the only thing that I did augment on myself right now is my Ancient Legendary shoulders. And augmenting is when you get, when you go into Greater Rifts and you get those special gems, you could actually combine them in Kanai's cube and put them on, we'll say, shoulder, and it'll give extra abilities and skills to that shoulder. So I put on a gem that I knew that I wasn't going to need at all. I leveled it up to 110. Some people like to go up and up and up. But I stopped at 110, and then I augmented and put it onto my shoulder. So that definitely did help as well. So right now I'm going to show you the progress that I made, and I'm going to show you a Greater Rift 100 by myself. Now, I love to do bovine levels, and I also love to do puzzle rings, because every single time that I do Greater Rifts, I empower them no matter what, no matter even if I think that I'm going to be able to beat them or not, just so that I can get those extra clicks to upgrade your gem. So right now I am sitting pretty on 5.6 billion, and I do contribute that to me doing the puzzle rings and the bovine levels. And your bounties. Do your bounties, guys. So it is going to be 82 million for the Empowered Rift. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm off. Also, too, I forgot to mention that I run with the Enchantress. I also gave her a different sword and a different amulet. Her amulet actually helps gather crowds for me as well. So that really helps. So I have my ground stop to collect mobs together, group them together, and just basically wreak havoc on them. She has that also too on her amulet. So I'll be over in one section fighting a mob, and then I will move back maybe a little bit towards her, and she'll have collected a whole mob for me, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay. So between yellows and blues, I prefer to spend my time on yellows. If I see blues and it's taking me too much time to get them, I will skip them. I also do love killing small little mobs along the way, because they do add up, in my opinion. I know a lot of people say just skip them, but right now, for exactly what I'm doing, spending just a little bit of time getting a little bit more experience using all of my moves and seeing what my abilities are and what I can do, I like to do that. And she just put them all in a little horde for me, and then I'll just knock them out really quickly. And as you can see, I've only killed 1 or 2 yellows so far, and the clock's nice and up there. So we're gonna go back down this way and over this way. Now there are some blues over here, so I am going to go back and forth around the mob, because I want to make sure that my skills don't get down and I'm trapped in between these 3 blues and I die, pretty much, in the simplest terms ever. Okay, so we are just trucking along here. You get a nice little mob, you get a nice big mob. I know everybody's favorites are these settings, where they're more of an open map, where you don't, you know, get something stuck in a doorway, or you yourself get stuck in a doorway, or the blue will pop up a rock wall and get, you know, and then you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Going up. I like to find the exit as soon as possible and go up. and I just like to naturally progress up. I feel like that's the best thing for me, just to go up, 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 up. Now, you never do know if you're going the right way or not. This is a dead end, but I do have a yellow down here. So I'm going to go back up to the mob so that I'm not just killing this yellow. I'm also killing other things. And then we'll go down this way. There's some guys right here. So we've hit more blues. So even though this level is a little bit more restricted, level 2, I'm getting more things that'll give me orbs to help me defeat this level quicker. Alright, mob right here. And if the little mobs or the big mobs, they take me too long, I will move on. I know that there's some, I think it's yellows, that are very hard to beat. And sometimes it's not worth just standing there and killing them for 10 minutes just to get those orbs out of them, when you could be picking off little herds and getting more from that. Okay, so I hit that pylon. There is a blue. And that's another thing too, where you want to just check out every single mob, because you're not ever sure what's in that mob. I've gotten itty bitty spiders that have been blues. I've gotten skeletons, like nice little skeletons that are yellow. So you're never going to be able to tell by just looking. You're going to actually go through the mob and just check real quick. And then some of them are clearly visible. They'll have an aura around them. But when they're in a mob, sometimes you miss them. Especially with those demons that are glowing yellow. And I always, out of the corner of my eye, I think that they're pylons. And I'm like, ooh, pylon. No, it's a glowing yellow demon? Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. I know some people don't like to get mobbed right out the door. I love it. And I'm going to get all of these little ones, including the big ones. And then hopefully that's going to bring me right up to the Guardian. Yep. Right there. And he actually spawned right where I was standing too, which is absolutely perfect. So you can see that the bar is going down on the Rift Guardian, but not quickly. I did max out at, I believe, 106 or 107 as of right now on this build, with my Paragon points being what they are, with my armor being what it is. I also, usually I can tell when you get them down to about halfway health, their health just declines super quickly. So you're going to talk to her, and then you're going to click on the gem accordingly. So I did 100, so anything 90 and under, I'm really safe to upgrade with 100%. So 90, and then it drops down to 90%. I see this one over here though, that's 83. So I'm going to not waste any of it and just do it. I learned that trick. And then she'll disappear, and then you'll simply go out, close it out, get your experience points for it. but you could see how much I've basically learned. Perfect. 7 minutes and 28 seconds. So let's say you have lower gems that you want to power up super quick. So let's say this 50 is actually maxed out. Let's say this 16 one right here. Say I want to just go through rifts really super quick and get this guy up to, 80 or, whatever. I'll do 65s, and because I know I can do 65 super quick. I'll do 70s, I'll do 75s, I'll do 80s, I'll do 85s, even 90s. I can do 90s super quick still. And then when you start to get a little bit of resistance and slow down a little bit, and you can't complete them within like 5 minutes, then I would say stay under that one and then level these guys up, because the lower the level anyways, the less it is to power up your gems if that's your main objective, is to just get all of your gems up there so that you can start augmenting when you get not exactly the ideal perfect, because not everybody always gets that. I've found out talking to a lot of the Diablo community, not a lot of people get exactly what they want, but it's a good thing that they have extra gems, because they'll find something just a little bit better in the future. And the season 21 is almost over, so why not just do it and get that experience and push. So my personal best right now is a 106. I think I did it in like 10-11 minutes, which is perfectly fine for me right now. I'm gonna get the Paragon points up a little bit more. I did change my flavor of time for just a little bit of a better flavor of time, so maybe I can do a 106, but I will keep you updated. And as always, thank you for watching. I make these videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're interested, please come on back. I always show my progression, my learner's curve, because I am new to the PC gaming world and I am new to Diablo 3. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and always subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.